What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cigars and Whiskey for our next review. Today's review, we're going to be visiting a cigar that is been around for maybe about a year, but it is considered a house blend, and the only place that you can find it is Cigar King. Now, Cigar King has a website, cigar-king.com, so if you're not in my area where Cigar King actually is, you're able to purchase it online. Now, Cigar King is in Scottsdale, Arizona. It is right close near to the Scottsdale airport. So if you're in the area and you're looking for a cigar, I suggest checking out Cigar King if you're looking for a lounge and just want to buy some cigars. Now, if you're not able to get to that, then you definitely could go to their website and purchase any of the cigars they have. The cigar I'm talking about is a cigar created by Oscar Valderas. Now, for those who may not know who Oscar Valderas is, you might know who Leaf by Oscar is. That is his greatest accomplishment that brought him into the cigar world on his own to really create the platform. He also has the Superfly, and he's got some other cigars that he's created since. But the Leaf by Oscar by no means is the one that he definitely used. So with that, Cigar King is able to get a house blend cigar made by Oscar Valderas in the same traditional way that he made the Leaf by Oscar, and that's actually called the Stalk. And the Stalk is by Oscar Valderas. It looks just like a leaf, all except for the fact that this one's a barber pole. Now that's amazing to me and myself because I don't see very many barber poles, and I don't think I've ever seen a barber pole on an Oscar Valderas cigar. But this is going to be featuring a Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper and a Nicaraguan Maduro wrapper to create that barber pole. Now, a lot of the stuff I've read, it doesn't really say it, but I'm assuming the binder and filler is going to be Honduran because of the simple fact that's where Oscar Valderas has his factories, in Honduras. And something I've reviewed before in the past on the cigar is people who don't realize the little band that he puts on here looks very rustic, but that is actually pressed tobacco. So it's actually, you could actually smoke if you want, but I'm not going to try it because I don't want to ruin my experience. But with that said, that is what this is, and as you can see, it is a delicious looking cigar. I mean, there are minimal veins. You can see them, but you can't feel them, so that means they really went to the extra mile to make sure. And all that's done for a cigar that's about $7.95. Now, you can buy them online and get 5-packs and full boxes and singles, and I bought a single because I wanted to try it out, see how it goes. I mean, I'm probably going to love it because I like Oscar Valderas, his product line. But with that, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to use a special cutter today. I know normally people see me with my straight cutter or my punch. I do have another cutter I utilize. A lot of shops have the cutter, and what's interesting about the cutter is that it does both straight cut and V cut, but the blade inside is slightly curved. So when you actually cut the cigar, which I'm going to do right now, you can actually see there is a little bit of a little dip in the middle, which gives it a little bit better cut and draw, in my opinion. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into the pre-draw of the Stalk Barber Pole by Oscar. First thing I get right off the bat is that smell of sweet alfalfa, sweet hay. On the cold draw, getting a little bit of a dark apricot profile. Not so much a raisin that I normally get from Nicaraguan, but I've noticed, in my opinion, in my palate, it could be different for you, is that I get a little more sweet apricot with Honduran tobaccos. Not so, there's really no spice. There's a little bit of hint of a baking spice on the back of the palate, but it's just really subtle. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and light it up. I'll use my triple torch here. Alright, getting into the first third of the Stalk by Oscar Valderas for Cigar King. Initial good draw on the cigar, no resistance. And that cigar is very firm to the touch. It's not real hard, but it isn't real spongy. It's just perfectly firm. It's a really great roll on this cigar. Getting a little bit of a sweet, bitter coffee on the back of the palate. As you can see, good draw, lots of smoke. I'll have to say, it's definitely another great cigar so far, initially with construction and lighting and initial profile. I mean, if you haven't had an Oscar Valdez cigar, or even had a Leaf by Oscar, or any of the products that he creates, you definitely want to check those out. I know Leaf is now I got quite a few stores throughout the country and websites you can buy it on. I know initially when it came out, people said, oh, it's a fad, it's only going to last a couple years. Well, we're a few years in now, and he's still going strong because people do like it. I think it's a lot of has to do with that unique wrapper they put on it, where they take a tobacco leaf and they roll it like a tamale and put the cigar inside. So it's kind of like a Christmas present for a cigar smoker. But I do like this barber pole. It is a straight, you get that Honduran profile, which is a little bit, starting to get a little bit of like an acidity, which could be just depending on the soil when they, but it's not bad, but it is a different profile. Well, I'll keep puffing through it. I'll be back with our second third of the Stalk by Oscar for Cigar King. Welcome back, everybody, for the second third of our review of the Stalk by Cigar King Oscar, and it's the barber pole. Now, as you can see, the cigar, the ash is holding up pretty good. I actually had to knock it off because it was just getting too long to manage. It wasn't going to fall off or anything. But I have to say, the profile on the cigar is staying about, I would say it's probably a high medium to a low full strength profile of the cigar. It has just a real basic, nothing dynamic or, nothing dynamic in the sense of real multiple types of profiles. It's just a really good basics cigar, made well and smokes well so far. No issues, and as you can see, like I said, there's no construction problems. And the ash, you can almost see, it's almost razor sharp. There is a little bit off, but I haven't had to touch it up, which is a great thing when you're trying to smoke a cigar. It's a great thing, so you don't have to keep touching up the cigar. But all in all, so far it's going good. I do like the profile of that Ecuadorian Connecticut and that Nicaraguan Maduro on that barber pole wrapper. With that said, we'll keep going through. Back with the final third, my final thoughts of our cigar right after this. Welcome back, everybody, and for the final third of our review of the Stalk for Cigar King's House Blend cigar. As you can see, the ash still holding up pretty good, and I have not touched this cigar up at all while I've been smoking it, so it is a A+ rating for that from me. But all in all, it's a great cigar, definitely featuring that barber pole, that Maduro, and that Connecticut. It's something good, man. It is great for a $7.95 cigar price point. I don't know if that seems like a lot to some, but me, that's a great budget stick right there with the construction, the taste, and everything. So if you're interested, again, you can go to cigarking.com if you don't live in the Arizona, Phoenix area, or you could go to Cigar King in Scottsdale and pick one up. But definitely suggest it. And always, have a great day, have a great smoke, and I will see you next time.